Well, good morning, big bikers. So the day starts again. It's 200 kilometres. So I got my balaclava on. I've got 200 kilometres to go until Broken Hill. Stopped at Wilcannia last night, as you know. Just horrendous out there on the roads. Like, I just could not believe it. There's so much wildlife. And it's going to be kind of the same this morning, so I'm just going to take it easy. So I was talking to a guy in the hotel this morning. I was packing the bike. This guy came out and he said, "Oh, it's a bit cold to be out on the bike." And I went, "Oh, well, I don't have a choice, but, you know, I'm dressed for it, so it's okay." And look, it's 8 degrees this morning, so he didn't have a car there. He wasn't the guy that was there last night. And he said, "Oh, I hit a roo last night. I should have stopped in Cobar last night." I said, "Yeah, me too." I said, "I got in just before dark, got in about 5:30. And he said he got in about 9, but that was after he hit a roo. So he said he hit a roo last night. He's got a Toyota Land Cruiser with a bull bar on it, and the bull bar has been, the roo was so big, like he reckoned it was 7 foot tall. If it was a Western Red, I believe it. They are huge. Anyway, he hit this roo, stoved in his bull bar, then came up across the bonnet through his, well, not through the windscreen, but into the windscreen and then over the roof. So I'm just going to take it easy because it rained last night, which is really, really good for the area because it's just been so dry. I'm just concerned all these puddles on the road. That's generally what they hang around to drink from in the morning. So I'm just taking it really, really easy. There's one there, another one there. The plan is this morning I'm going to meet Chris at Broken Hill. Then we're going to ride together to catch up with the other guys up to Rawnsley Station, which is where we're camped for the next couple of nights. Just carnage on the road. It's just like a roadkill obstacle course out here. It's just crazy. Oh, last night I did 1,043 kilometres yesterday in 10.5 hours, so that's fair hauling, and I'm pretty pleased with that effort. And you know what? I didn't need cruise control. Oh, see him sitting on the road drinking out of the puddle. They're just invisible. Just standing on the side of the road drinking out of the puddle. That's what I've got to be aware of. You know, the bike is so comfortable. I've got padded pants on, I've got a sheepskin on the seat, and I had to stand up, you know, a few times yesterday, obviously, because I was sitting down for 10 hours. But apart from that, I mean, I had a shower, a warm shower, and changed into my clothes, had a coffee, and I was fine. I was really happy with that. So there's a good long distance haul of this one as well. Really, really happy with that. There's one. Oh, it's going across the road. Again, you probably can't see him. He's just gone over there. So I'm just taking it easy. And because there's a time zone change between here and my destination this morning of half an hour, it means I've actually got half an hour up my sleeve. So I've got no need to put myself at risk this morning. Alright, well listen, I'm going to go and let you guys do what you do. Pretty boring video because it's just endless hours of nothing, but you know, I did warn you. I did warn you. Righto. See ya. Look at that. Does that get any better? There's a roo at about 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Ooh, look at that. That does not, look at the big hawk eating a bit of roadkill for brekkie. Well, while I got this sort of light, I can probably pick the speed up a bit because there's really good visibility now. You see the horizon to horizon. It's a big country. So I got into Broken Hill this morning at about 9:45, and Chris was waiting for me at the pre-arranged McDonald's, so we could have breakfast together. We had a nice warm coffee. Jeez, it was cold coming in, dodging all those roos, but we're here. So we head off together to Yunta. So we've filled up, we've both got full tanks of juice, At least the temperature's back up into the teens now. Geez, it was cold this morning. Cold and wet. And you go underneath those clouds and the temperature dropped 2 degrees just being out of the sun. It was crazy. We're on the road. I tell you, I feel a lot better now that I'm riding with someone. Not that I didn't mind riding alone, it's just that now we're part of a group, or the small group, and we'll catch up with the other guys, should get there tonight. So we've got about 200 kilometres of bitumen of this black stuff that I've spent the last 1,600 kilometres on. We've got about 200 kilometres of that to go, and then we're onto the dirt. We'll stop and let the tyres down and get some fuel, and we'll head off. I reckon by the time it'll be almost dark by the time we get to the destination tonight, I reckon. That's okay. Anyway, more highway. I'll update you as we get to Yunta, which is the name of the town that we're next stopping at. So 12 degrees. Nice riding with another bike for a change. And as a few people have commented, my videos are always far more interesting when there's another bike in them. So alright, so this is the border of New South Wales and South Australia. Yunta, 147. Got a bit of a headwind today, so journey is a bit of engineering. So they've got a level wall there for the train, and then they've gone, well, let's build another levee wall over the top of the train to get the cars over. And I've got to tell you, that's probably the most exciting thing that's going to happen to me in the next 147 k's. We've gone over the railway line here, getting a little bit of elevation up over the countryside. There you go. There's nothing. There is nothing out here. But you've got to cover a lot of ground to get to where we're going to go. So I'll probably come back and talk to you at the turn off and when we hit the dirt, unless something incredibly exciting happens. You know, something more exciting than going over a railway line over an elevated roadway. That's how my day's going. Oh yeah. Nearly 18, I've done over 1,800 kilometres, so nearly, by the time I get to Yunta, it'll be 1,830 kilometres of bitumen from home to here. So I'll be looking forward to hitting some dirt. I'll drop the tyre pressures and then we'll head off into the dirt. Chris is a really, really good dirt rider, so we should be able to set a cracking pace. Barry, who called me, just warned me there's a lot of wildlife up in those ranges, so we'll just have to take it easy going up over the top. You good? Alright. So this is it, we're just leaving Yunta. The BP Yunta never closes, or never close. Tea Tree Road, 301 kilometres unsealed. Everything's open. Like a rule at Inaminka. Next service is 300 kilometres. Now we might stop and let the tyres down actually. Alright, this is it. It's the start of it. Just going to drop those tyre pressures a little bit and get amongst it. Well, this is what we came here for, is to get dirty. Traction control, probably won't need it. pretty hard packed. I'm much happier to be riding these remote areas with someone else rather than doing it solo. Okay. It's a really pretty country now. It's these trees, the colours, and hey, hang in there, come on. Look forward to getting the drone up over the next couple of days. I've bought it a long way. I want to get some footage of this place. But we're just on a bit of a time frame this afternoon, and I don't want the 10 or 15 minutes that it would take to launch and by the time we have a good fly around and get some good shots. But we're just pushing a little bit for time again. If you think the wildlife's bad on the highways, we're in their country now, so you're dealing with all the livestock as well as all the wildlife. So this area is known for these white gum trees. I don't think they're called ghost gums, but hey, big hole. I've got another name, but they're very white. They stand out. Like if I was to turn around and go back the other way, the red earth and the red hills and the white trees are a stark contrast. See, big heavy bike, fully loaded to be tipping into corners like a motocrosser. Chris is just sitting off my shoulder, mainly because of the dust. We ride together. It just means that we're riding just a little bit slower because we just got to stick to our side of the road. If I cross over there, I'll shower him with rocks and dust. So, and obviously crash into him. So we're just taking it easy. We are a long way from anywhere. Look at that country. Starting to get into the Flinders ranges now. Well, the hills are actually quite red, but because of the distance it's looking quite blue. It's got that atmospheric hue. You can see, you probably can't because of the lens again, but way off in the distance there's this big trail of dust from a truck or a car or something that's coming. It's good to know long in advance. This is what I came here for. Endless miles of backcountry. I'm going to go check out these ruins and a couple other bikes here as well, so it's good. Hey fellas, how you doing? Sorry? If you call Brisbane starting out, just started out on the dirt. So we just pulled into these the ruins. Basements, cool rooms I suppose, keep everything cool. It's just junk heaps now. Olkarinka. I have to find the name of this. See, back in the 1800s, this just would have been out in the middle of nowhere. Well, I suppose it still is. See you, boys. Take it easy. Another roos down there in the field. The roo just here on the right. You just cannot see him. You're watching me move. There you go. Just a couple of emus up ahead here. You can see from my video the other day how stupid. Now we're gonna. These things are stupid. Now I suspect you're going to run back in front of us almost. Stupid thing. More roos over there, so it's just getting chaotic in here at the moment, so we'll just take it nice and easy. Although, what I've discovered is that this very loud, obnoxious pipe on the Africa Twin, whilst it's a little bit annoying for people in the city, it actually provides a really good early warning system for a lot of these animals out here. There must be something in the frequency of the exhaust note that they don't like, because they always seem to be head up nice and early, so they're kind of aware of us. So I know there you go. See, there's one heading off over that way. So I just wonder if whether or not, having said that, I'll probably have one jump out in front of me anyway. And that emu the other day couldn't get away because there was a fence on one side. There's a big troop of roos over there on the right. Again, you probably won't be able to see them because of the camera. There's probably 6 or 7 down there hopping away. Another 6 or 7 over there. So there's probably, and they're on the hills and they're just everywhere. There's a couple there not moving. Oh, there they go. But as long as they're staying off this bit of road, that's cool. They can have the hills. Actually, we just caught up with a couple of guys at one of the ruins earlier this afternoon. They were saying that the place where we are going to be staying in 2 nights' time, it was -6 the other night. -6. Not sure I want to be camping in -6. Like, as I cast my eye around the landscape here, there are just kangaroos everywhere, all over the hills. I tell you, sheep and an emu, look at that. Stop.
On the way to Hawker. Wide open country. We're going to go about 100 k's that way and up, or we could go 45 k's straight through there, but we think there might be a fence in between, so maybe not.
There's a little place called Hawker, and I've got 20 litres of fuel in my bladder, and Chris is just over there topping up because we probably don't need the 20 litres because we got here. It's only 200 k's I think to here, 214, so I didn't need it to here, but I've got it, and when we get to the accommodation tonight I'll put it in, and no big deal. Oh, it's Corbin! Hey mate, how you going?
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, good. I'm assuming you're Corbin.
Hey.
G'day, mate. I'm Steve. How are you?
Good, self.
Good. That's Chris. He can't hear. He's got earplugged in, but
Hey mate, Chris, how you going?
that's Corbin.
Good.
He's joining us. I thought we'd turn up with 3 Africa twins and freak out the GSA boys. So they went ahead yesterday. So,
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
well, you'd be watching my tracker. So,
yeah, because I pulled up here and I checked the tracker and you just near Craddock. But
Yeah.
I'll just hang around here.
yeah, I know. Cool. So you're full?
There's fuel further up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Oh, we'll follow you, eh?
Alright, no worries.
Lead on.
Cool.
How many Ks you got now?
Just gone 1700.
1700.
Not much.
She's brand spanker. So, that's Corbin. Corbin's one of my YouTube followers, and also met him through the Facebook group. So it was pretty cool when I said I was coming to Flinders. He's got, I live near there. So he decided to come up and join us for a couple of days and show us some tracks. So looking forward to that. He's got a swag on. It'll be cold tonight. I think we're staying in a cabin. I had just actually, while Chris was getting fuel, I just checked Facebook page and there was Corbin making a comment about he's all packed and heading up to Flinders for a couple of days. So all good. He's 1,700 kilometres on his Africa Twins. He's a brand spanker. So the BMW guys don't know that I've called in reinforcements. Anyway, we don't have far to go. We've only got about 30 k's. Once we get there, I'll drop that ladder into the bike, get rid of that weight off the back. So I never do really well at the end of the day videos because I normally get to where I'm going and get caught up setting up and stuff. But we managed to catch up with Barry and Neil, and we're staying here at a place called Rawnsley Park. Not the best scenery here, but hopefully tomorrow we'll get a bit of a look around. So picked up Corbin at Hawker. So Corbin's one of the YouTube subscribers, but also hooked up with him through Facebook as well. Barry, I think that's Barry's. They all look the same to me. Yep, that's Barry's. Neil's GS and Chris, and yeah, so we all arrived safely. Did about 400 k's today, so just going to unload the bike and settle into the cabin and set up for probably 2 or 3 days riding around the Flinders Ranges, so should be good.